Ineos triple exit plan. Ineos pinpoint 3 Manchester United players they want to get out the door, which would save them £44 million a year in wages. What is the latest on Rashford to Milan? What is the latest on Antony to Greece and Casemiro to Saudi? As Ineos are working on all 3 of those exits in January. Well, some reports suggest that United are expected to receive £25 million for Casemiro from Saudi, and a deal could advance. But I would say the source of information isn't the most reliable, and I would take that with a pinch of salt. Although I know that some semi-reliable sources have confirmed that talks are advancing, stuff is going on between Casemiro and Saudi. All parties want to move. And Mbuemo to Manchester United, £40 million deal. That's not a bad price tag. Could United hijack it, make a move for Mbuemo? I think that Mbuemo is better than Vissa, but I think we need someone that's more suited to the left-hand side. That's my only worry there, but I will talk about that. Kvaratshelia latest, any chance? Because apparently we want him. Is there any chance if Rashford goes the other way? We're going to talk about that. Gyokeres revealed as target. Manchester United's target's revealed. David Ornstein says United can spend with PSR. And what is the latest on Gyokeres to United? So hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and this is your 10-minute Manchester United news and transfer news roundup. We're going to get through all the stories. I'll tell you my thoughts on them, how reliable I think they are, and what could happen. So let's dive into this report by the Mirror, which I believe is pretty accurate because we know that basically Ineos want to remove these 3 players, and then we'll get into what's actually the latest with their exit. Are they close to leaving? So Marcus Rashford's exit is not the only one that Manchester United are working on. Sir Jim Ratcliffe also has the sales of Casemiro and Antony on his mind. The trio's exit has been deemed a priority for the club, with Casemiro earning £350k a week and Antony earning £200k a week, while Rashford would be the ability to offer and gain pure profit in terms of sustainability rules. Rashford is on £300k a week, which is £44 million a year when you add up all their wages. Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to knock off around £1 million off United's weekly wage bill, and that honestly in itself basically knocks out £850k, and then Ericsson leading would knock out £1 million in United's weekly wage bill, which would save us £52 million a year, which could get you in a big signing, to be honest, to help comply with PSR. So these are the 3 players that United are working on offloading. These are the 3 players that United want to offload in January. Antony's difficult. Nobody really wants him. Casemiro is difficult because of his wages. Only Saudi can afford that, so it depends what happens with Saudi. Rashford, there's suitors, there's Amira's there, but it depends on how we strike a loan deal because people are only willing to pay half his wages. When you give out ridiculous wages, it's harder to sell. It was said that AC Milan think they can get Marcus Rashford to join, but he needs to give up part of his salary. So we'll have to see how that advances. And Laurie Whitwell said, who would United sign if Rashford leaves in January? And he said Ruben Amorim will want to replace him if he goes. And that brings us to Kolo Muani, who David Ornstein mentioned. We won't go for Kolo Muani unless Rashford goes. Now, interestingly, apparently Spurs are advancing for Kolo Muani and favourites to land him. So we've got to keep an eye on that situation. I think he'd pick United over Spurs, but there's only so long that he could wait for a move, especially when he's probably desperate to get out and get some game time. So, United Forever 7 is claiming that Casemiro to Al Nassr is getting closer by the hours, and Manchester United could be getting a fee of around £25 million from Al Nassr for Casemiro. Now, a lot of aggregator accounts have been posting this news up on Twitter. It's been getting views, it's been lapping around, and I'm very sceptical of United Forever 7 and that source of information because I used to write out long tweets analysing players and they'd straight up copy and paste it and act as if they wrote it and tweet it out themselves. They basically used to plagiarise my tweets. So I'm a bit sceptical about them in terms of, the reliability of this information. But if we talk about the news that we do know on Casemiro this week, it's come out from more reliable sources of information that all parties want to move. Casemiro wants to move, Saudi wants to move. Bruno Andre, who's a decent source of information, said that there's actually an agreement between Casemiro and Saudi. They're now waiting to pick the club for him and make the offers and bids for Manchester United. There's also talk with Ben Jacobs, a couple other reliable sources saying, yep, there's talks ongoing between Casemiro and Saudi. The player's accepted that he wants to move there. Saudi want him. United want to get him offloaded. There's meant to be advancements. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. United Forever 7 are claiming that we could get a fee of around 25 million. I heard from somebody it was going to be more 20 million. But again, this is a deal that I hope happens as much as I like Casemiro because you think 20 million, 18 million off the wage, but that's 38 million pounds. But it's one of those that it's a little bit quiet at the moment, but there's apparently a lot going on behind the scenes. We're just waiting to see if there is potentially a breakthrough. Now, the hardest player I think to offload is Antony. Manchester United have to sell before they can buy. There's interest from Antony from Greece, but he doesn't want to go there. The problem is the only clubs that are interested in Antony are in Greece, and he doesn't want to leave Manchester United for a club in Greece because Antony's been so crap lately. He can't. It's not like Rashford and Garnacho where they have Atletico Madrid, Juventus, in Milan. PSG's interested in Garnacho, Dortmund. He's got Olympiacos, and he doesn't want to go to Olympiacos, and Olympiacos can't even afford a part of his salary. Getting Antony out of the club is going to be very, very difficult. I think loan is the only way it's going to happen. Like Casemiro to Saudi could happen. Rashford to Milan, he looks like Rashford wants to make that happen. But getting Antony out of the club, that's going to be very difficult. Continuing on winger targets, it was said that Manchester United are willing to bid 40 million to snatch Bryan Mbeumo from Arsenal's grass. It's claimed that Brentford's Mbuemo is wanted man at Old Trafford and the Red Devils are ready to snatch a bid. So apparently we're willing to bid 40 million for Mbuemo to beat Arsenal to him. He's been linked to United, he's been linked to Arsenal. Again, this has come from Team Talk. I wouldn't say the best or the most reliable source of information, so we're taking a pinch of salt. But there's 3 or 4 outlets in the last few days that have linked us with an interest in Mbuemo. I'm sure we are interested in there. I think Bryce Brentford would want more than 40 million for him. If United put a 40 million bid for Mbuemo in because Rashford left, thank you, Man United. I like Mbuemo. Good bit of business, better player than Kolo Muani. But unless a sale happens, where are we going to get the money to bid 40 million for Mbuemo for? Could be one to watch, but can't happen until a sale happens. It was also said that United have initiated concrete contract for Kvaratshelia. I mean, I'm sure that Ineos would like Kvaratshelia. I'm sure if Rashford going, Ineos were thinking, oh, Kvaratshelia, this market opportunity, this could be perfect. But unless we get straight up money for Rashford, we can't afford Kvaratshelia. And also, does he want to come to United? Apparently, he's agreed terms with PSG. Kvaratshelia told PSG over the summer he wants to join them. Personal terms are not a problem. I'm sure United want Kvaratshelia. I'm sure that we would try and make a move for him, but can we afford him? Does he want to come to us? You have to look at it in that perspective. I'm sure that we want Kvaratshelia. Am I sure that anything's going to happen? Not particularly. Continuing on, so can United spend? Because apparently we can spend, but we need to sell. It's a bit mixed report. So this is what Ornstein had to say on PSR and how much it affects Man United this month. He said it's not like the Wolves are collapsing on their financial situation. It's not great. Clearly, they've got work to do, but I do think there's a bit of scope to do something. That's what David Ornstein said on United. He said it's not binary and black and white that you can just say get players out and bring players in. The way it's been explained to me is that United are okay with PSR this month. But I think if we want to invest, we'd have to get a sale. I think we have the ability and leeway to do a loan move. But I think if we want to bring someone in like a left wing back, there's probably going to need to be a sale. So David Ornstein said that there is a little bit of leeway for Manchester United to spend. Now, who are Manchester United's top targets? Because the Muppeteers have said via United Red Report, the Gyokeres and Nuno Mendes are the top tabs for the left wing position, and left wing back is priority. Now, David Ornstein did come out and say yesterday that United will not sign Mendes in January, and we've also been told by the Muppeteers that Gyokeres is not for sale in January. So the 2 left wing backs that we want are only available in the summer. The 3rd left wing back choice is Dorgu. So Ineos may weigh up if they get a sale and they get 20 million in. Do they make a 20 million move for someone like Dorgu, who's 3rd choice, or do they wait to the summer in the hope that they can get Mendes or Gyokeres? Now, Fabrizio Romano said that United are more likely to actually get Gyokeres than Liverpool, who are also interested in him. So maybe United have some confidence that they're going to get Gyokeres and Gyokeres will choose them. And if that's the case, maybe as much as we need a left wing back now, maybe United do wait till the summer because of that, because of maybe some inside confidence in Gyokeres moving. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see. And another player that is continuously linked to Manchester United, but as I've said, nothing's going to happen in January, is Gyokeres. Sporting CV and Victor Gyokeres have an agreement in principle to allow his transfer in the summer between 70 to 75 million euros. So Gyokeres could be available for 60 million pounds in the summer. I think that's a very good bit of business. Played under Ruben Amorim in his prime. We need somebody ready now. Will he come to United? Apparently, according to some sources, he's open to coming to United, wants to link back up with Ruben Amorim, and he wants to play in the Premier League. So maybe there's potential for Manchester United to land Victor Gyokeres. That would be absolutely amazing. But again, there's a gentleman's agreement that we will not make a move for Victor Gyokeres until the summer. So it's one to keep an eye on. But look, I think the most likely cases right now is Kolo Muani and a left back, depending on sales. I think if Casemiro goes and Rashford goes, I think we will definitely get advancements in terms of links. We've been linked to Lee Kang-in. We've been linked to, Douglas Luiz on loan. I think things is massively going to heat up, but I think we are very much focusing on the outs. But I think we will look to bring someone in. I think we will sign someone. I have a feeling we will. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.